Well, hello again, everybody. The History Guy here, and this is episode 3, playing Dawn of Man in the Northlands. And we are just about ready to advance to the next era. And if it wants to load, we will take a look at that. Here we go. So we're in the Neolithic era. We are just about ready to advance onto the Copper Age. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And it's, of course, once I get to 20. And it's going to warn me about defense, which I have been working on. So we are slowly but surely building our palisades, and then we'll put some towers from which we can shoot the enemies with arrows when the time comes. And we're also going to have to gather up a lot of wood to do this. So we're going to get working on that, continue to grow the village, but also prepare for proper defense. So we've got a couple of bulls we can go after for some meat here. I'm going to have to build some more sledges as well. All right, we're up to 58 now, a population. We have a capacity of 64. The palisades are just about complete, though not there yet. And even once I have my currently queued up palisades done, I've still got an open spot right here I'll have to deal with. But it's taken a lot of wood to get this done, and I don't have quite enough yet. So there's a couple of open spots I'm going to have to worry about. But we're going to take our chances. We're going to press on to the Copper Age. Yeah, let's see what happens. Copper smelting has been unlocked. So let's go ahead and take a look and see. We've got metallurgy now as an option. So first things first, we want to make a charcoal pit. We're going to need to make a pit furnace. We're going to make a metalsmith. But first and foremost comes the copper mine. So we're going to have to go ahead and find one. I believe there was one over here somewhere, and it's right. It's iron ore, actually. All right, so we'll find a copper mine. We'll get that going, and then we'll have to get all of the associated things going along with that. There it is. We found ourselves a copper mine. It's a bit of a distance from my village, but that's okay. That's where it's going to have to be. So then we'll get that going, and then we'll, after that, build everything that goes along with it. And while we're at it, let's do a little hunting here. Certainly a lot that needs to be done in my village right now. So our copper mine is now complete. And with that in mind, we are working on the associated buildings that go along with that. We've built our first workshop. Are about to complete that. We've got a pit furnace. We've got a charcoal pit that's complete, and we've got someone actually making charcoal now. And then they're going to take that charcoal and take the copper that we will find, and they're going to smelt that into copper. And then, of course, we've got a metalsmith. So let's take a look and see. Our workshop, they can make slings, bows, fishing rods, and sledges there. So that's actually really cool. I no longer need to worry about making my own sledges. And I guess this is more effective than making these things elsewhere. So we've made charcoal for the first time. Woolly rhinos have gone extinct, and mammoths have gone extinct. So I guess that's something to be expected as you advance in time. The extinction of various animals. Now we're into the winter. We've got 60 population, so we're going to have to start thinking about expansion because I'm just about out of space for my existing population. All right, our metalsmith is complete, so we're going to start making copper spears, knives, axes, sickles, and picks. It means I don't have to rely on flint anymore, so that's actually really helpful. It also means I can probably go to my crafter and tell him I don't need him to make these things anymore. Bows, slings, flint knives, flint sickles, flint picks, all of that stuff I appear to be able to now make at my metalsmith. I guess I still am going to need harpoons. So that might be about it. Bone harpoon, yeah, we'll continue to make those, but that's about it. And bone is a little easier to come by than some of the other things. See what our traders got. Pig domestication. Yeah, you know what? I just don't have the resources available to be able to spend on that right now. I could use another goat. I'll go ahead and trade off some of these flint spears. Actually, you know what? At that rate, maybe we do go ahead and buy up pig domestication. Yeah, and then we'll use bone harpoons for the rest. So now we've domesticated pigs. That'll be helpful moving forward. Keep an eye on things here. Amag has contracted a disease. So everything gets more expensive now. Donkey domestication, that'll actually be really helpful when we can get carts and develop the wheel. Cattle, that'll be huge as well. Of course, I just don't have the space for a lot of these things. And fruit tree domestication. So there's a lot still to be done, even here in the Copper Age, that I haven't done quite yet. Okay, well, here comes my first raider attack of the Copper Age, and thankfully they are attacking on the side where I've mostly built. Not completely, though. We're going to close all gates, and we're going to alert everyone to get inside. But you can see here I have not yet completed my building of my wall. In fact, I don't know why the wall isn't built there. I think it should be. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that we have an order for that, because I'm really not sure why it's not there. In the meantime, though, here they come. Oh, we've got a little spot right here that isn't closed off either, so good news is it starts with my tower. And it looks like my tower automatically defends. Oh no, the people just left it because he took it down. Not cool. Not cool at all. That tower was way too easy to take out. And I realize now I've got a spot right next to my gate that isn't protected. Let's get a view of what's happening here from Varrock's perspective. I don't know where he's going. Why are you running away, Varrock? I guess we finished him. Okay, cool. They're doing raise the roof. That's awesome. Okay, we're good. Open all gates. Cancel the alert. But let's fix our problems here. Problem number one, of course, is it right here. And it's because the gate was open. I guess I didn't see that I had a hole right there. So we'll fix that. We're going to have to get some more towers going. I guess I just don't have quite enough of those. We're going to need them a little closer together. I guess the wood from the towers that were destroyed stays there, so that's kind of nice. So yeah, we'll queue up some more of these bad boys. Get them a little closer together for defense. And I guess we're going to have to close this off because people are walking right through there. I don't believe it allowed me to build a palisade there, though, which is kind of interesting. So I guess people can walk through that, but you still can't build a wall through it. So I'm not entirely sure what to make of that, but I guess we do this. And then just build it around there. All right, so big milestone here. I've unlocked megalithism, which means we can now make some really nice little monuments. And we're going to start with an easy one that's just one standing stone, because it actually takes a lot of work to unearth these megaliths and actually do something with them. So I'll show you what I mean by that. You can see them laying around, and there's actually one really close to my village right here. So the first thing you have to do is you have to mine it. Once you mine it, then it tells you that you need to go and transport it. And to transport it actually requires some resources. So 4 of my dogs have contracted a disease. That kind of stinks. So we've got our watchtowers going up now. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. We've got 1 on this side so far, but obviously some holes in my wall. So I'm not too worried about that right now because I think I can handle the number of people that have been attacking thus far. There's a lot of copper ore available and some pigs. Pigs are actually going to be really helpful. Copper ore is not that expensive either, so I think we'll buy some of that up. It's a little easier than constantly having to go over and mine it. Now we're getting kind of low on these different items here, so yeah, I'll figure that out. All right, so the megalith has been mined, which means now we need to prepare it for transport, and that requires 3 logs and 3 leather. So you can see what I mean about how it's not a real simple task. So we're going to go get that thing prepared for transport, but we've got a lot of villagers working on farming right now, so it may take a little bit before somebody gets over there to do that. All right, so we've unlocked flax domestication, which of course is going to mean needing to plant even more. And that is all of our Neo Farmer requirements. So now we have unlocked the milestone Neo Farmer, which is to unlock all of the different plant domestications that are available out there. I'm back up to 6 knowledge, so we're getting close to being able to unlock something else. So we're going to go ahead and plant. We got to plant flax now, and there's just not a lot of room to do this. So this may have to happen outside of the fortress, unfortunately. So we'll go ahead and do that right there, I guess. It's not a huge deal. We're still waiting on leather so that I can get this rolling megalith and get it moved over to my lovely little spot in my village. So I've got to get out there and start producing some more leather. It's time for fruit tree domestication. So now, I would assume that allows us to plant those trees. Let's go ahead and take a look. Oh yeah, we've got service trees, chestnuts, cherry trees, and pear trees. So let's go ahead and get some of those bad boys going. We'll find a nice little spot for some pear trees right there. And I lost my place. All right, back to plant. That's what we want. Chestnut, cherry tree. All right, cherry trees it is. There we go. So we'll start with that, and then we'll work our way up to the other ones, find some spots for that as well. But we are just about through winter, and the highest population yet, I'm at 68. Looks like I'm going to have to create some more huts again. My village is about to outgrow this area, so we're going to have to start thinking about expansion. And this looks like a really nice area over here. So I think we will probably start by clearing it of trees, which I could use the wood anyway. And then we'll kind of go from there. Hey, our megalith is ready to go. And it looks like we're going to get some folks down here to start dragging that bad boy. So let's go ahead and follow along with them, shall we? Am I able to do that? I should be able to. There we go. So we're dragging our megalith along. We're going to drag it right through the farm area here, so it kind of stinks, but that's okay. Not exactly the easiest thing in the world to do, to drag a large stone. You can imagine what that was like for those folks building Stonehenge and things like that. Man, they're getting thirsty because all this hard work. At least they're not dragging it all that far. We're just dragging it here into the village. And they gave up. They're like, forget that. We're done. Taking a break. Gonna go get something to drink. We'll come back and finish our task later. So it's just kind of sitting there right in the middle of the village. There we go. Now we're back to it. Where is that going exactly? Is this the spot? That's not the spot. That's my rock pile. I think it's going right here. Yeah, there it is. All right. Slowly but surely, we are dragging it right through other existing structures. And we're going to place it right here. Oh, man. 4 of my pigs just contracted a disease. That is not cool. And there is our beautiful stone structure, our megalith, going up nicely. Ah, lovely. Very nice. Everyone bow down in worship of the large stone. All right. Well, since I'm expanding my village across, I did unlock the last Neolithic thing I needed, which was bridge, or stilting, which allows the creation of a bridge. So now we've unlocked every single technology up through into the Copper Age. So now we just have these 4 for the Copper Age before we make our way into the Bronze Age. So we're going to build a bridge. I have placed a couple of huts here. I'm also placing a hearth and a well, some basic things for people who might be living across the way there. And we'll kind of make our way from there. Our trees are starting to grow. Hopefully soon they'll be producing fruit and we'll be able to harvest those. Man, well, that was unexpected and certainly unwelcome. Right in the middle of the blizzard, raiders have attacked over here at the area of my new kind of area of my village. So certainly a most unwelcome sign. So they killed the people who were living there, several in fact, and now they're destroying my huts. Man, so not happy about that at all. And they're crossing my bridge that I just built. So very uncool. Right in the middle of a blizzard this is happening. So they're hitting my wall. And actually these folks then are not going out to fight. So let's go ahead and open this gate. And have my fighters come out and take these people out. Enough of that. We've got the high ground. We'll finish them off real quick. Yes. There's another one. Is the other one still over here? Yeah, well, I guess that was the one that destroyed my hut. Now I got a surviving girl over there. That's kind of interesting. Alright, I think we're solid. We can go ahead and open the gates now. And we're going to have to rebuild this part of the village. And I think I should probably go ahead and at least put one defensive structure there while I'm at it. Get another hut going. And a couple defensive structures to help them out. Just because they're kind of out here in the open. Well, it looks like my trees have gained enough maturity to where hopefully we can start picking those. That'll be an extra source of food. My meat supply for the first time in several years is actually getting low, so we may have to find some new spots for hunting and gathering some additional meat. Go after some of these boars. I do have a significant animal population now as well, but we'll go ahead and do this just to get an extra source of that. My little extra area of my village has grown pretty well here. So things are going pretty well, I think. Got capacity for 84 now, so I shouldn't need to build any additional huts for quite a while. So we'll go ahead and continue to do some research. Get myself probably cattle domestication next, maybe donkey, so that we can get some transport ability, and then probably wrap this episode up after that. Oh, it is summer, and that means that a whole bunch of people are coming on out to pick the fruit off the trees. So we're about to have a bunch of fruits available. You can see here we've got 7 so far, 6 berries, 5 pulses, but I guess our nuts must not be available yet because I do have chestnuts, but it looks like those actually might be fall production anyway. So up to 9, we're almost at 10 knowledge to where we'll be able to get the cattle domestication. I would expect that's going to happen very soon. There it is. Cattle domestication it is. So I'm going to have to build... I actually just queued up another stable. We might actually be able to capture some wild animals and see if that's an option here. So I'm going to look around a little bit and see if I can find some wild animals that I could capture, either goats, sheep, pigs, or cattle. Okay, so here's a perfect example. A young ibex I can capture. So let's go ahead and grab a couple of those if we can. See if this works out. I'm not sure it will, but we're going to give it a try. If anyone comes to do it. Here they come. Capture it. Hey, we got one. Might be all we get, because the others are going to run. But at the very least, I got the one. Not entirely sure what that does for me, except gives me another animal that I can eventually... Oh, it's considered a goat. Okay, cool. So the ibex is a goat, which we were out of for a while there. So that's actually some pretty good news. There's another megalith here that we could mine and eventually transport. So the population has reached 75. That gained me 3 more knowledge. So we are getting really close now to being able to unlock all of the Copper Age things that we want. And donkey domestication has arrived. So that's going to allow some new things as well. So we're going to have to start looking for some or wait for the trader to come along. So I'm going to look around and see what I might find that I could domesticate. I'm not expecting to find any of those, but there's some aurochs. Those are actually cattle. So maybe let's try that. We'll see. I may live to regret this. We'll see how many people. I probably should have selected a number of people to come and do this. but that'll be my first cattle domestication if I'm able to make this happen. So 3, I don't know. Seems like 3 is maybe not enough for this, because I would guess the mamas are going to not like it when I go after their babies to capture them. So we'll see if we catch any of them or not. Not sure that's going to happen. Well, it looks like I got at least one, because we've got cattle roaming around now. So that'll be not only a new source of milk, but also a source of meat when the time comes. Pigs, they multiply like crazy, man. I have 4 of them born almost every year. So getting enough cattle, I think that'll help as well. It looks like somebody was just killed by a bear. That's unfortunate. And the trader arrives bringing cattle, so I think we'll buy at least 2, but it's crazy expensive, so maybe we're not going to buy 2. Maybe we'll just buy 1. It's still $225, and I just don't have a lot of extra resources to be able to trade for such things. So we'll have to see what I can trade for it. Yeah, it's not really going to get me very far. So, oh well, I guess this is what I got to do. So we'll trade some copper spears, some flint spears. I'll have to go find some more. Slings, those are in quite abundant supply right now, and bone harpoons are pretty easy to replace. So there we go. Bought another cattle. I'm gonna get another flax field going, because flax produces helps me produce linen, which is needed for clothing, and there's really no other great resource for that. So besides the field that I've got across the way there, I'm gonna put another flax field in here. So it'll take another year before that gets into position to be able to be used, but that should get me there. So just a little bit left to go, and then I think we're going to wrap this episode up. We are very nearly to the end of the Copper Age, which should set us up for the Bronze Age in the next episode. All right, we've got another raider attack. We're going to call everybody, get all the gates closed. Got to see where they are, because, yeah, they're going to come down on this area again. So we're actually going to open the gates and get everybody out here where they can help. All right, come on over here, guys. Let's come at these people. So we'll speed things along. Yeah, see, they're going to start hitting my tower. They took out, man, they take out those towers so fast. Is that all of them? I guess it is. So we lost one person to the attack, but otherwise I think we're okay. I am building another stable out here because I don't have enough stable space for all my animals, and I don't have enough space inside of the gates for any more stables. So that's why we're building those up over here. I guess we're going to have to get a bunch of towers surrounding this area to protect it. Or at least a goat died of starvation. So we got to get some more. A pig died of starvation. Man, what is going on that I'm not feeding all of my animals enough? So I'll have to deal with that, I guess. All right, so my problem is I'm out of straw, which also means I can't build my new stable because I don't have enough straw. So I've got to get some more straw production going ASAP before I run into further issues. So we're going to get some of these things planted as best I can. I've got a little space over here, and I've also got some going over on this side. And between those two, hopefully we'll start producing a little more straw, and that'll help with the issues that I'm having. In the meantime, we're continuing to work on the defensive concerns over here. So I'm putting up some more watchtowers, and then I'm going to put up a fence down here, since it seems like a lot of the raider attacks are coming from that direction. All right, we are in the process of getting some more rolling megaliths going because we're going to step it up a notch here. I noticed the morale was down for some of my people, so we're going to build one of these dolmens, which require 3 megaliths, and we're going to put it right here on the water, a nice spot that's visible to all of my people. And you can see that because of the lack of straw, now we're having a lot of things falling into disrepair. So Shortage of straw has become a huge issue for me, not only because of I guess it's mainly because of how much the animals are consuming, but I'm definitely going to have to just max out my production on straw, because I've got a real issue there, not only for repairs, but feeding my animals. So that's certainly a concern for me right now, and hopefully we can resolve it fairly quickly. Well, geez, no wonder I don't have space for all my animals. Let's take a look at our animals. Our pigs have multiplied so rapidly. We've got 3 cattle, 2 female, 1 male, 47 pigs, 2 sheep, 4 goats, 5 dogs. So, pigs. And we also don't have any, we have very little meat. So, there's a simple solution to this. We're going to start slaughtering some pigs. I'm not sure why we weren't already doing so. But yeah, problem solved. That'll deal with my meat issue. It'll also deal with my overcrowding of animals issue. And hopefully make everything go a little bit better. Because my food's also getting kind of low. I'm down below 100 for the first time in a while. Oh, it's a great time for human achievement. We are about to unlock the wheel. We have unlocked the wheel. Now, I figured out my problem. My pig population was just absolutely out of control. So I've set my settings to where they will slaughter anything more than 25% of my population. So with 82 people, that means that anything more than about 20 pigs, they ought to be slaughtering. Problem is, I can't kill them fast enough. They're multiplying faster than I can slaughter them. And they're eating so much of my straw, them other animals are dying. I'm down to just 1 sheep, 4 goats, and only 2 cattle. So somehow I've got to just kill a whole bunch of these pigs before it's too late. So I've also started planting more. See right there, 3 new pigs born. They just multiply like crazy. So let's go ahead and see what I'm able to build now because of the wheel. They just slaughtered one of the cattle now, so I'm down to just 1 cattle. So we're going to have to get some more of them. We'll have to find a way to do that. Kill these pigs. Kill them all. Just kill the pigs. Everywhere you see pigs, kill them, please. All right, where was I? Oh, yeah. We want to look and see what can be produced with the wheel, if there's anything. Okay, yeah. Carts. Excellent. So let's start producing carts as needed. Wheel transport pulled by animals. Obviously, I'm going to need beasts of burden to be able to transport, so we're going to have to start domesticating some donkeys. I don't know if that's something I can do yet or not. No, horse domestication comes later, but I do have donkey domestication. So if I can find some donkeys, I can domesticate them. I can start using them for carts. That'll be excellent. 7 pigs were slaughtered, so hopefully that brings things down. We're down to 50 pigs still. My goodness. Oh man, ask and you shall receive. There's a whole big herd of donkeys that have come near, and we're going to go capture their little ones right now. Hopefully we can get them all. 4 donkeys, that's a great start. We'll see if that's enough to get things going. Of course, I'm going to need straw to feed them. So I'm going around. Every pig I see roaming free, I'm marking it for slaughter. We're down to just 41 pigs now. So we got to keep going from there, though. It's still too many. Still too many pigs. I don't even care if they're nutritious. I just have to kill pigs. Kill pigs. There's another one. I see another one up here. Kill that pig, too. All right, well, I don't think meat's going to be a problem for a while with all these pigs that I've killed. We're up to 103, 104 meat now. I've got all 4 of those donkeys that I set out to capture. Pigs are down to a manageable 30. Now we've got to get some more sheep, goats, and cattle now that we have made up for all the issues I had before. And meanwhile, it looks like the first of the 3 rolling megaliths are finally making their way across. I feel like that bridge is really not designed to hold that. And I don't know whether that's going to be an issue or not. It appears it's not. But they're going to get that across, and so we're 1 step closer to our nice little dolmen that we're working on right now. We've got another one, another megalith over here that'll be ready to be brought over. You need leather to transport those, and leather's been kind of hard to come by for me, so that's kind of what we're waiting on. another raider attack, but this time they're coming from a different direction. They're coming from up here. So actually, I think we should probably close the gates this time. But they're going to go after and take out my tower. I guess I probably should have opened the gates in this case, because closing the gate actually made all my people have to go around in order to take them out. But we did, in fact, take them out. Oh, we had another goat born. That's actually good news. So that puts us down to just 21 pigs. That's a much more manageable number. But I still don't have much straw. You can see where my straw was. It was up near 100 just a couple of years ago. But and we don't have enough people. So what happened was I had all the straw planted, but I didn't have enough people to harvest it all. And so a lot of it was destroyed once we hit winter. But I think we'll be okay because we have far fewer animals than I had before. So once I get through this next season, I think we'll be all right. I've actually queued up some, not huts, but actually tents, because tents don't require straw to be built. The huts actually do. So I just want to build something that's not going to require straw, and then I can always upgrade them later. All right, we're about to escape another winter with no straw left, so my animals might have an issue moving forward. But here comes another megalith, and it looks like they're going to take a little break to get some water, and then they'll press on. But if we can get that... Oh, somebody died under the megalith. Old woman. She died of old age, but apparently she died right underneath where that thing is, and this poor guy's by himself. Yeah, it takes... Oh, it's a woman. We got old women dragging the megaliths across the water. So interesting. But we're going to get that one across, and I believe that's the one we're waiting on to be able to build this thing. So we'll go ahead and watch that go up when that time comes. Go slaughter that bison over there. We've made it into another spring. Oh, they're going to take a little break. Oh, here it comes. Come on. One guy cannot get this thing across by himself. Or herself. Thuradag, the old woman, by herself, trying to do this. There we go. Somebody help her out, please. We're desperately trying to get it across. No straw to feed our animals, I'm aware. But after this, we should be okay. Just got to survive this year. We should be able to harvest enough straw. I'm going to make the straw harvest a priority this year. And there it is. It has arrived, and now we can build. Our dolmen is going to go up. Our last sheep just died. And there it is. Our dolmen has been completed. We get 2 knowledge for that. That gives 10. And with that, ride domestication, and we have completed every research possible all the way up through to where now we will save for the Bronze Age. So I'm going to actually stop right there, and we will save the Bronze Age for the next episode. As always, let me know your thoughts, your questions, your observations, any and all that stuff. If you haven't seen the other episodes, you can click on the link in the description below and go all the way back to the beginning, and we will see you again next time with the Bronze Age. Thanks for watching.